All right, at pick 25, the Cleveland Browns, from some wheeling and dealing, have selected Jabrill Peppers, the defensive weapon, I guess you want to call, from the University of Michigan. I think that for the Cleveland Browns defense, I think at one point I did have them selecting Jabrill Peppers. I think it was in the second round, so it was just a little bit earlier than that. But I think overall for the Browns and Greg Williams on the defensive side of the ball, just getting another dynamic playmaker that they can use back there is going to be a big-time help for a team that doesn't really have lots of identity on the defensive side of the ball. Like I said, the biggest thing with getting Myles Garrett is now you have a face on that defense. Really outside of Joe Hayden, they have struggled to establish that. Now they got Jamie Collins back there. Now you got Jabrill Peppers. Now you got Myles Garrett. All these guys, big-time personality. They bring excitement to a team like Cleveland alongside with some athletic ability. Now, in regards to where Jabrill Peppers is going to play, I personally still am not completely sold that he has the coverage ability to be able to start right away in the NFL. But again, it's a mismatch league, and what my justification of the Browns taking Jabrill Peppers in the second round in my mock draft is he's a mismatch nightmare against some of these receiving tight ends and receiving running backs that they have to go up with just within their own division. I look at Le'Veon Bell, and a guy like Jabrill Peppers should be able to match up with him day one and cause a lot of headaches for what is maybe one of the most dynamic running backs along with David Johnson in the NFL. So I see Cleveland Browns looking within the division, maybe with this Jabrill Peppers pick, alongside with his upside. I mean, look at the safety. If they truly value him, maybe as a strong safety. Their current starting strong safety is Ibrahim Campbell. I think Jabrill Peppers can immediately bump that guy for starting gigs, even if you see him as a free safety. Ed Reynolds is there. He spent a time in Philadelphia. He was nothing more than a preseason wonder. So I think Jabrill Peppers instantly could, even with his lack of coverage ability, be the most well-rounded and biggest impact playmaking safety on that Cleveland Browns team. And finally, adding some talent back there for Joe Hayden and Jamar Taylor, who had a very nice season last year with the Browns. So Brown fans, let me know what you think. While you guys are wheeling and dealing and just trying to acquire pretty much every pick in the next couple drafts, let me know what you think about this Jabrill Peppers pick. I think it's a lot of upside. You also get a dynamic return man, a guy that you may be able to find some gimmicky plays on the offensive side of the ball, be it as a wide receiver or a running back. I think the sky is the limit for Jabrill Peppers, and this is, kind of the round that I think he should get picked. I mean, back in the day, at the beginning of the draft process, so many people thought he was going to be top 10 pick, top 15 pick. I think 25, and then between the end of the first round and middle of the second round is where I'd feel comfortable getting a player like Jabrill Peppers, because he's a top 10 athlete, but it's more so you're going to need to really work and mold him into whatever, be it Hugh Jackson sees on the offensive side of the ball, but more so what Greg Williams sees on the defensive side of the ball. And I think at 25, that's not that bad of an investment, but let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. And next up on the clock, it's looking like the Falcons just traded with the Seahawks, so we'll check that shit out.